Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all having a blessed day. I'm here with an MMA video, UFC video. Like I said, I would get one done eventually, so here it is. It's just a few of the fights from one of the events. It's the Dolidze versus Fluffy Hernandez event. I'll go over the first few fights. I think the first fight was Hernandez versus Leroy Duncan. Okay fight, Hernandez got one, maybe two takedowns, but the story of the fight was Leroy Duncan defending the takedown and landing some really good strikes. He looked really sharp on the feet, very versatile in his striking. He really looks good. He looks well rounded. He looks like one for the future. I mean, Hernandez just beat Chris Weidman, a former champion, and Leroy Duncan just totally I would honestly say totally dominated Hernandez, and Hernandez is a good fighter. I've seen him fight quite a few times, beat a lot of people. He's a veteran, so yeah, Leroy Duncan looks pretty scary, to be honest. He's very strong, very, very fit. He fights at Team Renegade, Leon Edwards' gym, so yeah, he looks really tough. Definitely one to watch for the future. I'd love to see him fight Dolidze. I think that'd be one hell of a strike fest. I really do. With the power both of them possess, it'd be a good fight. But yeah, I don't think he'll get Dolidze though, because he's got to earn that spot. But he looks like he's one for the future. He'll definitely be. I think he'll be fighting on that level at some point. Personally, that's what I think. He looks the real deal. So yeah. That was the story of that fight, guys. Brutal finish, combination, really brutal. It's he looks the real deal. So yeah, that's that fight. Johns, I can't remember his first name. Johns versus what was his name? Was it Matsumoto or something like that? I can't remember his. Was it Matsumoto? It might have been Matsumoto or something like that. Something Moto. It's like a Brazilian. He fights out of Brazil, but I think he's got Japanese blood or Brazilian and Japanese blood. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I haven't done my research, so don't quote me. But he looks good. Johns at the beginning, he scored a few solid takedowns. He looked good. He was landing the odd right hand and stuff down the pipe. He looked good. He looked the better fighter at the start, but Matsumoto, man, he had some cardio. Like John started to fade. I could see him fading. He started to fade a bit, I think. I don't know whether his cardio weren't there. He looked very muscular though, Johns did, so maybe that played a factor. You see the big muscular fighters, a lot of them do fade, do you know what I mean? Not all, but a lot of them do. Because muscle, it's harder to get oxygen to big muscles, do you know what I mean? So yeah, he was quite muscular, Johns. Very good wrestler. You could see that he scored some good takedowns. It was a close fight, but I thought Matsumoto did win. He done more damage. And he was really good. He landed some really good. He was landing that calf kick a lot, which slowed Johns down, as well as him fading. What else? Threw some good kicks, some good body kicks, some good head kicks, and a lot of good jumping knees. He was very good with the jumping knees as well. and the striking in general is pretty. He's a good all around striker. Close fight, but I think based on damage, I think Yasumoto won. Do you know what I mean? John's got a few takedowns, but he faded, and he just depends whether you're scoring control or damage. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. But it was a close fight. It could have gone either way. But I personally probably would have given it to Yasumoto, but it could have gone either way. It's a close fight, do you know what I mean? But they're both good fighters. They're both one for the future. John's, if he works on his cardio and stuff, he'll be a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. And Yasumoto looks good. They got some good wins. Like John's beat Cody Gibson, who's a good fighter. And Yasumoto beat Brad Katona, and Brad Katona is a very good fighter. I've seen him fight quite a lot, and he don't lose very often, so he's a good fighter. And they're good wins they are. That's that fight. The next fight, who was it now? Andre Fili and Christian Rodriguez. Christian Rodriguez is a lot smaller than Nate Diaz, but it reminded me of Nate Diaz the way he was cutting the ring off, like just stalking his opponent at first. But he was doing a good job of that at first, but then Fili started getting a read on him, I think, and sussing out what he was doing, and he started using his length and landing some good jabs, hooks, etc. And he used his length for that Andre, and he started scoring a bit more on the feet. Fili did, and then he started getting some nice takedowns. Some very good takedowns. Christian Rodriguez, he landed the odd punch down the pipe, the odd right hand, I think, if I remember rightly. But and he stalked well at the beginning, but Fili worked him out and started using his length and keeping him at bay and just out wrestling him basically. There's some good exchanges, but he out wrestled him in the end, and it just the right man won. Do you know what I mean? Fili definitely won that fight. I'd say he pretty much. I don't want to say dominated, but he did kind of dominate. Do you know what I mean? Overall, I'd say. Like I say, Rodriguez looked good at the beginning. And he landed some nice straights down the pipe, but Fili used his length. He scored more on the feet, and like I say, he scored some good takedowns, and he had a bit of control on the ground. So definitely Andre Fili. It was the right winner for me. But guys, that's just my take on a few of the fights from Dolidze versus Fluffy Hernandez. I will do another video at some point talking about more of the fights once I've watched them. And I will go back to Sandhagen and Nurmagomedov and watch Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov and talk about that fight and and whatever other fights I've missed from that card. So bear with me, guys. I'll do my best. I lead quite a busy life. Like I say, I'm always on the go, but I will do my best. So that's all I want to say. So thanks for watching as always. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Keeping on my prayers and wishing you the best. So take care. God bless. Much love. And I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.